Hi guys, welcome everybody to our Dream Body for Life 60-day program. We are so excited. So from me, you the coaches, all the fabulous ambassadors that you've spoken to on the way, we are all so excited to take you on this little journey for the next 60 days to ensure that you get to, or certainly on the road to, the body of your dreams. And while you're doing it, really learning the skills that will ensure that you stay at that weight, shape, fitness level for life. So firstly, my name's Paul Edwards, if you don't already know me. So I've spent nearly 20 years in the health and fitness industry, predominantly working for David Lloyd, but then left there, working for myself, done a lot of work with Herbalife, the nutritional company, over the last 7 to 8 years, supporting people, whether they're professional athletes, whether just weight loss, injuries, you name it. I've helped everybody and every different type of person. So our program is all about ensuring that we're giving you everything. So from the nutritional support, the plans, the convenience option, the Herbalife products, the daily exercises, the weekly challenges, the incredible support that you're going to receive from this Facebook group, so that you really are getting everything you need to ensure you get the best results possible. So a little bit more about us. I'm going to talk you through kind of our nutritional principles. I'm going to talk you through our exercise philosophies. I'm going to talk about how we put that all together and the support that's going to ensure that you really stick to it, and the accountability, which is massive. And then really kind of just make sure that you understand everything there is that you need to know to make sure the next 60 days are going to be amazing. So firstly, nutrition. The big thing that we kind of really focus on within Dream Body for Life is actually, when it comes down to you really achieving those amazing results, it's 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. The easiest way to think about it is if you were to do maybe an amazing hour's worth of exercise in a gym like mine, maybe you burn 400, 500 calories if you're really working hard, but actually how long does it take to eat 400, 500 calories? It's seconds, isn't it? It's a few couple of glasses of wine, it's a little bit of chocolate, crisp, whatever it might be. So actually we can never out-exercise a bad diet. So the most important thing is getting your nutrition right. But the second thing, not only is that nutrition going to get you the best results, but actually it's your nutrition that really provides the energy levels in your day. They'll actually put you in a place that you'll want to exercise a bit more. And actually when you do exercise, you're able to do that a little bit more because your body's got the nutrition, it's got the fuel to make sure that you're really working hard. So one of the big things that we come across when we're supporting people in their nutritional habits is these blood sugar levels that people are kind of living their life through. So really carb-based days. So generally starting their day with cereal, porridge, toast, very carb-based food gives you a blood sugar level spike. After a spike, we get a crash. And during that mid-morning crash, that's when we're susceptible to chocolates, biscuits, caffeinated drinks, teas, coffees, maybe energy drinks, which ultimately give you a little spike, and then another crash, which leads you maybe wanting another biscuit, and so on. And then again, really common within our kind of westernized world, sandwiches for lunch, jacket potatoes, again, very carb heavy, blood sugar level spike, crash, mid-afternoon, again, energy levels really bad. This might be the time where you're potentially thinking about doing some exercise after work. Again, you're not putting yourself in the place to do it, and then maybe some bad decisions are then getting made in the evening. This is the most common scenario that we're coming across. And the way we want to work with you is we're looking at eating 5 to 6 small meals a day. Really balancing those blood sugar levels throughout the day, reducing a lot of those big rich carbohydrates, the big starchy carbohydrates, potatoes, pastas, rice, breads, really getting rid of as many of them as we can, making sure there's still enough carbohydrates in our vegetables to sustain our energy levels, especially for the exercise. But yeah, that little and often just means there's none of the fat storage that can happen. Energy levels will be through the roof for most of you, so hopefully that means more exercise, but as well, family time, work time, everything's just that little bit better, isn't it, if your energy levels are better. As well as that, we really want to boost your protein levels. So 2 really important things to understand about protein is, firstly, it's protein that looks after your muscles. So actually, a lot of you guys are going to have goals about toning up, putting a little bit of muscle on. So it's really important to make sure we're getting that protein in, especially if we're boosting your exercise as well along the way. But then secondly, really important, protein fills you up more than carbohydrates do. So actually, let's say we reduce your calories. What we don't want to do is reduce your calories and then you start to feel hungry. Ultimately, a diet that leaves you feeling hungry is not sustainable. You sit on your hands, you try not to eat, those little snacks, but actually you're going to give in at some point. But if we can reduce your calories, but make sure more of those calories come from protein, then you don't feel like you missed the gap. And that is massively valuable to ensuring that if we are reducing those calories, you don't feel hungry. And actually this nutritional change, whether it's with whole foods or with the new Herbalife nutritional products, actually makes it so much more sustainable if you're full up throughout the process, which is so much better. So what we're talking about there with reducing your carbohydrates and increasing your protein, the percentage we work on is a 40-30-30 split. So that's 40% carbohydrates, like I said, predominantly from your vegetables, 30% protein, 30% fat. If we're increasing your protein naturally, that fat should naturally come through the healthy sources of fish and nuts and seeds and chickens and so forth that we might be eating in our diet. And this is what you class as a zone diet. You can research it, have a little look online for zone diet, and again you'll see some of the research that backs this up. And the same with Herbalife nutritional products, again they're balanced within the same principles, again looking at this 40-30-30 split. Okay, so the next bit, hydration. This is massive. So what we're advocating is for the ladies out there, we want a minimum of 3 litres of water a day, and for the guys 4 litres. It's really important to understand that your body is made up of nearly 60% water. So actually everything, skin, hair, metabolism, energy levels, everything works better if your body is fully hydrated. So it's so important to get this right, guys. So what we're tending to find is the issues people are having is actually teas, coffees and alcohol dehydrate your body. So if we're saying the ladies out there need 3 litres of water, but actually if you're having 4 or 5 coffees throughout the day, you need another glass of water for every one of those teas and coffees that you're having. Now the problem is with those teas and coffees and the caffeinated drinks, as I said before, if you're leading that blood sugar level roller coaster lifestyle, you will crave those caffeinated drinks. But hopefully if we get that balance of energy right throughout the day, your need for those drinks will be a lot less, which therefore means your hydration will improve, and then we can really push on and make sure your hydration levels are perfect. And again, from a fullness level, and getting hungry, actually sometimes your body confuses dehydration and hunger. So sometimes actually your body needs a pint of water, whereas your instincts might be, oh, I think I'm hungry, and you go for a snack, you go for a biscuit or something like that. So that, considering it's basically free out of a tap, guys, pretty much everybody I speak to is dehydrated. So this is a really, really easy one, but do not underestimate what a massive change this can be to how you feel and helping support the changes that you make. Okay, so a biggie for a lot of people, alcohol. So a couple of issues with alcohol for me. So firstly, let's get this straight. I enjoy a drink, social situations, I'm not afraid to enjoy myself and enjoy a beer. But a couple of things to really understand. So firstly, the calorie content. Actually, it's very, very easy to rack up some really high calorie content really, really quickly from a few beers on a weekend or the occasional glass of wine during the week or whatever it might be. But the second thing is actually what the alcohol causes. So the biggest thing that's happening in your body when you're drinking the alcohol is that dehydration that I just mentioned earlier. And the problem is with the dehydration is then your body's confusing it with being hungry, and then actually maybe it's eating after you've had a drink, or maybe the next day you're feeling a bit hungover, tired, and again your body craves the wrong things. It craves the sugary things, the carbohydrate things, the caffeinated drinks, and ultimately it just leads on to more issues down the line. So for this next 60 days, as close as you possibly can, let's try and eradicate the alcohol out of your day, out of your weekends. Now, we appreciate, some people might go on holiday during the next 60 days, big social events. You know what, it's your decision, this is your 60 days. But actually the thing that we really want to try and create is the best possible results that your body can achieve. And we all appreciate that actually the more we can reduce the alcohol content within your body throughout those 60 days, the better your results are going to be, guys. So as much as you can, let's really reduce that, if not eradicate it completely for the next 60 days, okay? Okay, so with the plan, we've got a whole meal option that you can choose from when it comes to the meal plans, and we've got a Herbalife nutrition option. So for those people that don't know much about Herbalife, so it's the largest nutritional company in the world. So retail about $8 billion worth of sales, retail in 94 countries around the world. We work with a lot of elite athletes, the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Niall Wilson, one of our Olympic gymnasts, football clubs, rugby clubs, you name it. So it's a phenomenal company. If you do some research on us, you'll see exactly kind of the caliber of the kind of the scientists and the doctors that are looking after the nutrition that is supporting the likes of me and some of my clients. So the choice that you have to make. So actually, eating whole food and planning and preparing your food and cooking and preparing it is fantastic. And actually, if you've got the time and the energy and the money to do that, brilliant. Give it a go. Let's see how you get on with that. But I've worked in the fitness industry, like I said, for nearly 20 years now. And the issues that I've faced across the years is actually when I try and educate people on the nutrition and the foods that they should be eating, the big problems tend to be, although people know what to eat, actually the reasons why they don't eat as well as they could be tend to be down to time, money, planning, prep, family, work, you name it, all these little obstacles. So actually, the real issue and the solution that we need to find is helping people with those problems, to the times and the convenience and the money. And that is when I started working with Herbalife about 8 years ago. So we kind of realised this with the clients that we work with, looked at the nutritional companies out there around the world, and ultimately chose Herbalife for myself and the gyms that I was working with at the time. Now, the key is it does just make your life incredibly simple. I've got a really busy job with personal training clients. I've got a young 3-year-old daughter, family, everything else. So actually in between my clients, to grab a quick shake, grab a quick bar, something like that, which ultimately enables me to get the best nutrition in possible without really taking it too much of my time, solves massive headaches. But the choice is completely up to you. So you can speak to me, speak to the ambassador, the person that referred you onto the course, about the products and see whether it's something that you might like to give a go to, and then look at the plans and work out your kind of best strategy to start. Now, obviously, if you do start with a whole food and then start thinking, actually, the planning, the prep, it is too much, I'm struggling a little bit around your family, then don't worry, you can jump onto the Herbalife option after a week, 2 weeks, whatever, it's completely up to you. This is your plan to ensure that you get the best results. We just want to provide the tools and the solutions so that everybody, whatever your kind of ability in the kitchen or, the time that you've got to cook and plan and prepare, or if you're doing shift work, whatever, we want to make sure you get the best results possible. So, but I definitely say just take a bit of time, have a look at the products, speak to myself and other people, and either way, guys, I know you're going to get some amazing results. Okay guys, so next, exercise then. So again, the key is whether you're a seasoned exerciser and you're in the gym 5 times a week, or whether you haven't exercised for years and you're a little bit nervous about kind of what we're going to start talking about, it really doesn't matter. Again, we want to really try and cater for everybody, which is difficult and it takes some juggling. But you know what, the biggest words and the most important thing to take away from me is just take it at your own pace. So when we set our little challenges, our morning workouts, our fit tests, you know what, you do what you can do. And you know what, if it's press-ups and you do 50 in a minute, fab. If you do 3 in a minute, fab. No one cares. We don't get to share these. This is about you and your progress. Okay? Really important to understand. So what we'll do is we'll provide you with a little tracker sheet. So this is for your use to see that progression, but also this is something that you're going to send to your coach for a little bit of accountability to make sure that you're following the process and you're doing those little workouts. What we'll also do is recommend a couple of little basic apps that will help you to potentially track some of the little walks / jogs / runs that you might be doing outside. Also there's an incredible timer app as well for some of the little 30-second interval stuff that we're going to do, but also the little circuits and that. So we'll put that on the Facebook page for you to grab. Okay. Is all about little and often and high intensity. So this is really important to kind of understand. So if you were to do, say, 5 minutes of exercise at a decent level of intensity, so you pushing your heart rate up, whatever that is for you and your individual fitness levels, it's really important to understand what happens in your body. So yes, for those 5 minutes, your heart rate's up and you're burning some calories. Now, your body doesn't just drop your heart rate and go back to normal straight away, does it? If you really work hard for 5 minutes, actually for the next hour, maybe a couple of hours or more, your heart rate's still up a little bit. which ultimately means you're still burning extra calories. So although it's a really short amount of time you might be exercising, although if we can ensure the level that you're working at is high enough, actually the calorie expenditure can be multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. Yeah? So actually you don't need to be spending an hour, 2 hours in the gym or going to do stuff. You know, if you've got the time, then brilliant, that's great. But actually the added benefit for doing that length of time isn't as great as you might think, okay? So the plan is when it comes to your exercise. So the first thing that we're going to get you to do is a little fitness test. Super simple, press-ups, sit-ups, a little mile, walk, run, and we're just going to track that on your little sheet. So that we'll do one again after 30 days and we'll do one at the end after 60 to really see the progress that's happened throughout the process. The next thing we've got is just some little daily exercises. So really creating some habits through your day. So you're going to wake up, 2-3 little exercises, wake your body up, like I said, yes, burn a couple of calories there, but because we've got your heart rate up, that's going to keep going. And it's amazing the difference it can make you feel by getting your heart rate up first thing in the morning. If you ever look or read into kind of any high achievers out there in the world, whether it's business or sport, they all exercise first thing in the morning. Really wakes up the mind as well as the body. So really important to do these little daily exercises. The second thing that we're going to get you to do is we create some lovely little challenges. So generally 10-15 minutes long, something like that, so nothing crazy. And what we've done is we've split the week into 2 halves. So it works from Sunday to Wednesday and then Thursday to Saturday. So at the start of the program, you're going to be given a 10-minute little workout to do, little challenge. And the idea is between the first Sunday and that first Wednesday, you need to do it at least once. Now, obviously, if you want to do it twice, 3 times, 4 times, more, that is completely up to you. Again, this is your program. This is obviously the more you do it, the better your results. So we'll be looking to, see those real high achievers that want to work hard and want to do that extra little bit. But the idea of it is it's short, it's simple. Again, it's about getting that heart rate up in a short space of time. But the idea is you fit it into your day. So whether you're a busy single mom or whether you're a shift worker or whatever it might be, at the start of the week you need to be thinking, actually, when have I got a couple of 10 minutes or a couple of 20 minutes during my day, during my working week, that I can fit these little sessions in. And then the same on the Wednesday evening, then we're going to give you the next little challenge, so that then between the Thursday and the Saturday, same again, you've got to find the time to fit in these wonderful little exercises. With each of them, I'm going to do a little video as well, so if there's any new exercises that you're unsure of, or actually you've been told to buy these speed ladders and battle ropes and you're like, I have no idea what these things are, it's fine. I'll do a couple of little videos so that you understand the technique and what you've got to do. But again, most importantly, just take everything at your own pace, especially if this is all new to you, and we'll just gradually build everything up throughout the process, which will be amazing. As well as that, if you do have a gym membership as well, which is great, you don't need one, but if you've got one, great. There's loads of extra bits and bobs we can do. So I've created some gym workouts for you to do there. And the biggie for me, when I'm working out, it's about maximising the results for my time. Again, I don't want to spend hours in the gym messing around. I want to be in, out, get the best results possible for the shortest space of time. So sessions will generally be 40-45 minutes, depending on how much chatting you're doing when you're in the gym to your mates. But predominantly we're focusing on supersetting our exercises, which means that we'll tend to do opposite muscle groups. You might do, say, a chest exercise, followed by a back exercise, followed by chest, followed by back. And what that means is there doesn't need to be any rest period in between. So once you've worked your chest, when you move straight onto that back exercise, your chest is getting a chance to rest while you're working your back, which means as soon as you finish with your back, then you can move straight back onto your chest, and so on and so on. And this allows us to get more exercises in within a short period of time. Because there's less rest, it means your heart rate's much higher throughout the session. So although predominantly it'll be weight bearing, resistance exercises, actually your heart rate's going to be really high, burning a load of calories. At the same time, we're really helping to tone up and maybe put on that little bit of muscle, which will be amazing for you guys. Okay, last little bit with the exercise. This is really, really easy. Now, you might need to ask somebody to find this on your phone, but actually most people, if you check a modern day phone, you've got some kind of pedometer in there. So it's tracking the steps that you do within your day. If you haven't got one, you might have a Fitbit, or there's loads of cheap options out there on the market and stuff as well. Now, one of the biggest issues with people trying to get results these days, and why people struggle, is actually we don't tend to burn any calories throughout the day. How many people are listening out there now drive to work, sit at a desk, drive home, sit and have their tea, maybe watch a bit of telly. There's nothing wrong with a day like that, but actually the calorie expenditure is virtually nothing. You might rack up 1,000, 2,000 little steps throughout the day, which actually is burning so few calories. So yes, we want to do some great exercise, yes, we want to do some stuff, but actually if our normal day can try and incorporate just generally more movement, then actually amalgamate, compound it over a longer period of time, that can really make a difference. Now, obviously I can't change your job and what you do, and you can't jog on the spot while you're working at the desk, but actually, you can just be a little bit more conscious of these steps and understanding, how many steps you're doing during the day. So it's making sure you're taking your phone with you. So actually, if you're walking around the office, pop it in your pocket, pop it in your bag, whatever it might be. And what we're looking for is 10,000 steps if possible. Now, for somebody, working in an office, that might seem a lot when you look at your numbers on your phone, but actually it doesn't take much of a walk, or park a bit further away from work and walk in, or, take the stairs up to the offices rather than the lift, or when you get home, a little brisk walk around the block, or whatever it might be. Just looking for those extra little ways we can just add a little bit more calorie expenditure into your day, and that will really make a big, big difference. Okay, so final points then with the exercise. What is really going to make the exercise work for you in the kind of the long term is actually everything we're putting together. Honestly, it's brilliant. You follow it, you stick to it, you push yourself. You're going to be doing new things. Testing your body, making it react, making it burn calories, which is going to be amazing. But the issue is we can't be there all the time, can we? Yes, I'd love to be standing there to support you and motivate you, but actually, this is about creating an online support so we can support everybody around the world. So what we need to do is try and make you accountable. Now, it might feel like a little bit like hard work at times, and actually a bit of a faff to do all this, but actually it is so important to ensure that you're accountable for your coach during these 60 days to make sure that these things are happening. So, a couple of things that we're going to do. So with the exercise, you've got a workout sheet that you're going to fill in. So when you're doing your exercise in the morning, you're clocking how many you're doing in your time. When you're doing your fitness test at the start, you'll clock that. When you're doing your challenges, you clock it, you put your steps in, and so forth and so forth. And when we ask you to send over your photo, which we'll talk about in a bit, at the end of the week, we want your tracker so that we can see exactly what you've done. Yes, you can make it up if you want, but this is about you and your results, of course it is. So fill it out honestly. If you miss some, be honest about it, and then maybe work with your coach to work out why you missed it, and if there's any other ways that we can support you to kind of maybe get these things in. But make sure that goes off at the end of the week to your coach. The other thing we're going to do is when we launch the challenges each week on the Facebook page, it's going to be, we're going to post it on there, and within that feed, so underneath that post, my little video and the picture of the workout that you need to be doing, we want you to post a little video of you doing your little workout. So on most, again, modern phones, you'll have a time lapse setting on your video. So what that means is it takes a quick still every couple of seconds. So it won't take up much memory on your phone, it'll only be a short blast of a video, but actually it'll just show to us that actually you've completed the workout, you've done a fab job. We can maybe even look at the technique and stuff a little bit. So what we want you to do is just set your phone up, go through that, take a nice little video, post it in there, and that just means that we know that you're following everything that we're talking about and really sticking to it. Like I said, it might seem like a bit of a fast at times, but actually we need to ingrain this into you guys. We need to make sure that actually this becomes a routine, it becomes a pattern, and that accountability is really, really important at the start. So I look forward to seeing your amazing videos. And final bit with the exercise, obviously you should have hopefully had your little email, which just talked about a couple of pieces of equipment. So like I said, at this moment, don't worry if you don't know what a speed ladder is, don't worry if you don't know what a battle rope is. But yeah, as long as you've got some kind of a mat, in case you want to do the exercises outside, or just for your comfort, that is really. And then the speed ladder and the battle rope, really cheap pieces of equipment. Really, for 30 quid you kind of got yourself set up with some amazing pieces of equipment that you can use, you know, for a lifetime, that are going to really ensure that, you know, your calorie expenditure is massive and really getting that body working. So make sure you've ordered them. If you're struggling on where to find them or what to buy, or if there's any choices, that again, speak to myself, Jane, our one of our other coaches, or any of the ambassadors, and we'll support you to get that. But really important to get these couple of little pieces of kit, just so we can really make your exercises routine, interesting, but most importantly, really effective. So let me talk about keys to success. This is about making sure that you really get the best results possible. So now the first thing to talk about is motivation. Because actually we can give you all the tools, you know, the best nutritional advice, amazing food, incredible exercise, everything that you need. But you know what, if your motivation isn't there, if, you know, the strength of your why and why you want to achieve it isn't strong enough, then actually you're not going to make the difficult choices and changes that need to be made through this process. Because actually the weight and shape that you currently are now, you know, that is due to the way you're eating and exercising and moving. So ultimately, if you want to be someone else, if you've got this image where you want to be, there's got to be change, and that can be uncomfortable. But the absolute key is having a strong enough why. So you might have an image in your head of where you want to be and, you know, what you want to achieve through this process, through the next 60 days, or it might be a much bigger goal, it might be the next year, 2 years. But the biggest thing that you need to think about and take time to look at is your why. So it's all well and good somebody saying, yeah, you know, I'd love to be a size 8. Amazing, that'd be great. Why? Why is that important to you? So I want you to spend a little bit of time thinking about, actually, you know, if I got down to that shape and size, what would that mean? So how would that make me feel? How would that change my life? What would that mean to me? What would that bring to my life? What things would happen? What things would change? Because actually, they're the real motivators to make sure that we stick with the plan, to make sure that we, you know, we keep going when it's cold and wet and rainy, and, you know, we've got a challenge to do and whatever. So really important to do that. And as part of that as well, we want you to get an image, a body image, get online, find your favourite celebs, just flick through, whatever, find an image or two of actually what you'd love your body to be looking like. And the key is with Dream Body for Life, I work with so many people that actually don't appreciate what they can achieve when they get things right. So actually they settle for actually, well, you know, as long as I get to that, I'll be happy. None of that. I don't want any of that. I want dream body stuff. I don't care if you're 30 stone and your goal is 8% body fat and 9 stone. I don't care. If you eat and exercise in the right way, you can get to any shape and body weight. Anything can be achieved, guys. So think about the perfect body shape that you would love to have. Find that image, and what we'll ask for is you to send that to us with a quick email, with your goals on there, with your why, so we really understand and appreciate what you're looking to try and achieve, to make sure that we can help you get there all the way, okay? Okay, so the next key to success that I've touched upon briefly is the accountability. So throughout this process, guys, we're going to ask you to send us stuff, post stuff, so that we know you're really sticking to it. And the first one is, and really important one, is your photo. So before we start, what we're going to ask for is 2 photos. So one from the front, one from the side, and again, there'll be a sheet on this page explaining exactly kind of how we want those photos to look. And also we're going to ask for a little video. So this is just going to be a short video when you face the front in your head, count to 2, turn to the side, count to 2, turn to the back, count to 2, turn again to the side, count to 2, and then back to the front. Simple as that. So it'll be about a 10-second little video. We're going to do one of them at the start and one of them at the end. The power of what you're going to achieve during these 60 days, and however uncomfortable you might find the first photo and the first little video, if you stick with the plan, you will be so proud and so happy that you took those images at the start. Because when we put them together at the end, and we put them together throughout the process, and truly see the changes that you made, you will be amazed and you will be so thankful that we did this at the start. So don't worry if it is uncomfortable, and if you're struggling, obviously speak to your coach, speak to your ambassador as well about the process. That's fine. If there's any real issues, then just speak to us. That's okay. But what we'd love is if you to email those over by the weekend, just before we start the program. So we've got those, and what we'll do every Friday throughout the process, we want another photo, one to the front, one to the side. It's amazing how easily we can see, and our admin team can see, that you're following the system and you're following the processes. And actually avoid the scales, I would, for the next 60 days. Don't even worry about them. You follow the plan, you follow the exercise, we'll take these photos and you'll watch your body change throughout the system. And you know what? There'll be times when you might take 2 or 3 and think, actually, I don't really notice the difference. And then actually next week, bang, you do it, another photo, and you think, oh my God, things are really starting to move. Or it might be right at the end. Just stick to the process, keep sending us your weekly photos, and we can see that change and that process and know that you're sticking to the plan. Okay, so as well as that, like we said, we want your exercise sheet sent over to us as well, so tracking, or hopefully again looking at that improvement so that your coach can work with you, and then posting your challenges on the page as well. Like I said, at times, guys, it might feel like a bit of a faff to get all this stuff done, or you've got a busy Friday or whatever it might be, but it's so important to really stick with this for the next 60 days, and honestly, you'll be so thankful that making sure you follow every step, you're going to get some phenomenal results at the end, okay? Okay, so the last key to success is support. So, from a coach perspective, during this 60-day program, there's myself, and then there's the wonderful Jane Haley as well, who's our other coach. Again, she's somebody that I've been working with for years now with Herbalife, and she's a qualified personal trainer. She's done a phenomenal job supporting friends, family, and the likes, getting some amazing results for herself and everybody else as well. As well as us though, there are all these incredible ambassadors, the people that have spoken to you or encouraged you to come onto the program that I've worked with in the past, or involved with Herbalife or qualified PTs, or whoever they might be. Now the key is there's always going to be times during the next 60 days where you might be finding it tough or struggling, or you've got a question. Use the support. So if you've got a question on our community page, send us a little message, post it if you want, that's fine. But if you want to send us a private little message, that's absolutely fine. Do it through the Facebook Dream Body for Life page that this is on now. And between myself and Jane, we will answer all your questions. If you need a quick call, whatever you need to help you get to that end result, whether it's, guys, if you feel hungry, message us. If you feel too full, message us. If you're struggling with exercise, message us. If you hate the food, message us. Whatever. Honestly, we don't care. We're here to support you. That's the whole process. It's not this blanket thing, here you go, follow this. There's people behind it that are making sure that you really are getting the best results possible. So please, however stupid you might think the question is, ping it over to us. We're here to help you every single step of the way, okay? So, to wrap everything up then, guys, so obviously thanks for listening. By this weekend then, just before the start of the challenge, so ideally by the start of the weekend, so by Friday, so we get a chance to go through everything. So we need your little video, okay? So when you're filming your video, so whether it's friend doing it, the other half, propping it up, so make sure you've got a place that so you can use that place every single time you do your photos. But do your little video, your little 10-second video of you turning, and your 2 photos. What you're going to do, you're going to email them to photos@dreambodyforlife.co.uk. Okay, so they go to our admin team, no one sees them, no one cares, they get filed away, and then obviously at the end of the process, you'll receive everything back. We'll put your photos together for you. Nothing goes on Facebook, nothing goes on the internet, nothing goes anywhere. These are your photos for your use, no one else, no one cares. Now obviously, if you're incredibly proud of what you've achieved and you're happy for us to share some, of course we will. We want to encourage other people to achieve what you've done, but if you don't, that's fine. You know, these are your photos, guys, so don't worry about it. So by this end of play this Friday, so we need your little video, we need your photos front and side, we need your exercise sheet with your fitness test completed. Okay, just a quick little fitness test that we've got on there. And then we also need your photo of that dream body, what you're looking to achieve, so that celebrity, or maybe an old photo of when you were the shape and size that that you'd like to be back to potentially. I don't know, it's up to you. And also just a brief paragraph with exactly what your goals are. Like I said, it might be just for the next 60 days, or it might be real big long-term goals. And most importantly, your why. Why is that important to you? Why does that mean that you're going to stick to this program and really achieve those goals at the end? Okay, that's it, guys. Hopefully all the information's there. Everything will be posted in the files on this page. Any questions, anything that is missing, don't worry about it. You know what, as the process goes on, it will become slicker and easier for you if you're unsure on anything that I've spoken about today. So the key is, we know some people aren't going to stick to this. People aren't ready for it. People aren't ready to make the change. We understand that. But we know the people that do, the people that really want to achieve something different, really want to change their body, their health. We talk about your dream body, but actually internally, your fitness, your health, what that means to your internal organs as well as how amazing you're going to look at the end of it. We know if people stick to the plan, use us, use the coaches, use the ambassadors to support you every single step of the way, we know you can truly achieve the body of your dreams, and through the process learn the skills that mean that you'll stay there for life. Okay, guys, so make sure that you are one of those people that sticks to the plan, sticks to the process, and comes out the other side with some phenomenal results. Guys, I cannot wait to work with you over the next 60 days. I am so excited. The rest of the team are buzzing. We cannot wait to get started, guys. So good luck with everything, and I can't wait to see what you achieve. Take care.